Hey guys, we're back again with another video and let's just get straight into it, right? Let's talk about the fact that Tank and Jake Paul's fight is cancelled. But before we get into all of that, I can't believe it even was going ahead in the first place. For me, it's the weight classes. Yeah, there's weight classes for a reason, and that's to keep it safe, keep the boxers safe. So how can you have Jake Paul, who went into his last fight as a heavyweight with Mike Tyson, and then you had Tank, who's like lightweight, super lightweight at best, and then they go into the ring together. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Fair enough, it was an exhibition fight, but I still think like safety, hello, like hello. Hello, the safety of the boxers. Personally, them calling off the fight is the right call. First of all, I love what MVP are doing. I love what Jake Paul and Akisa are doing. Like they champion women boxers and it's beautiful to see and it's fantastic. I love it. I love the stage that they're putting them on. I love how they're putting them on a pedestal. Beautiful, brilliant, absolutely. So you can't champion these women, then have another boxer who has these allegations against him. Like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't correlate. So I think that was definitely the right call. And honestly, it's such a shame for Tank. Like we all know Tank. We know what Tank could do and what Tank could be. Like Tank has got it all. He's got the personality, the charisma. He's fast, the KO power. Like he can sell. He can sell. He's known as the pay-per-view star. So to see him and to see it all play out like this, it's just like, come on, Tank. You're like not only making it hard for yourself, making it hard for us to even be fans. Like for me, even as like a woman, Tank was one of my favorite boxers. Like, and it's just like, how can you support somebody who has these type of allegations as a woman? Like, it's wrong and it's not right. And yeah, man, it's a shame. It's such a shame to see it like play out like this. And this is not the first time. And fair enough, the other times have been dismissed, but it's just a damn shame when somebody has it all and it's just not going as it could, like the best that it could. It's quite frustrating to see, but yeah, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And then let's talk about the fact that Francis Ngannou doesn't need to be in this mix. Absolutely not. Fair enough. Jake Paul, you fought heavyweight, but yeah, he does. I hear it. I absolutely hear it. And you know what? Francis Ngannou has every right to feel how he was feeling, like that it was a disrespect. Because for me, when I think of Francis Ngannou, I think about like his journey, his come up, and how brilliant it was. Like the determination for him to get to where he is, and his journey. Like it's beautiful to see. And so, like, of course, like he can say no and he can say yes, and I think no, like what does he gain? Of course he's gonna make bank. To be honest, I want to know how much was Tank really making from this fight. I've seen so many figures, but it's kind of like what is true and what is not true, because the way these boxers are also calling out Jake Paul, I might even put myself forward. I'm just joking, just joking. But like we've seen Belanga come forward and call out Jake Paul. We've seen Rolly Ramiro come out and like call out Jake Paul. Like, how much was Tank really going to make? I was actually thinking about this the other day, like how Jake Paul can come from being a YouTuber and then come in to like change his whole career and then come into a sport like boxing and be given the platform that he has and have the lineup that he has. It's quite interesting, to be honest, but hey, it's working out. It is what it is. I mean, what's my 2 cents got to do with it? I ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's just really interesting to see how it all play out. But I'm seeing like Nate Diaz. I hope I'm saying his name right. Nate Diaz is like, he's calling him out as well. And I think he's like an option. And the fight's now going to take place in December. So we'll see how it plays out. But on to something really exciting. Reading this from the Ring magazine. Now, this is really, really, really exciting. So Eddie Hearn, who is Anthony Joshua's promoter, as we all know, he has mentioned Anthony Joshua's return in Africa with Ghana, the front runner for potential February show. First of all, I'm loving all these fights taking place in Africa. I'm all for it. And I've got to get myself there to be a partaker and to watch all of this. We've got in Nigeria, we've got massive heavyweight showdown. Okoli and Adelaide will be the front runners for that show in Nigeria. Then also in Ghana, it was mentioned and it was actually announced earlier this week that Craig Richardson and Dan Aziz will be headlining in Ghana December the 20th. Beautiful, but I'm loving all these fights. But here's what I'm saying, right? AJ back in the ring, Africa, Ghana, brilliant. Love to see it, but who's he going to fight? Who is going to be that opponent? I think, and I've been saying this for quite a while, throw him in with Martin Bakoli. I think Martin Bakoli's also been winning that fight, and it's been teased quite a lot. That fight with AJ, Martin Bakoli in Africa, absolutely. It just makes sense. Let's see it. Let's have it. I think it's really exciting to see AJ back in the ring. I'm so glad that there's just a lot of talks on retirement for him, and I'm glad that he's making a return. Of course, I think maybe it'd be interesting to see who his first opponent in the ring with is. I think this Eddie Hearn has said a lot. He's mentioned, okay, he might come back in December, but he won't headline. He'll be in the undercards, and it won't be announced weeks earlier. And then now it's February and it's in Ghana, so it's like a lot of nothing has been set and nothing is set in stone. But regardless of what is set, I'm super excited. I love all these fights happening in Africa. But I think if AJ's fighting in Africa, Martin Bakoli, please. Please, we want to see that. But loving this. But as always, I'd love to hear from you guys. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on who Jake Paul should fight next as the Tank replacement, and all these fights that's taking place in Africa, in Nigeria and in Ghana. I love it. And who do you think AJ should have as his opponent for his comeback fight? Love to hear from you guys. I'll speak to you guys on Sunday.